This episode is brought to you by Code Ninjas, located at 1006 South Ave West in Westfield. Code Ninjas offers exciting opportunities for kids 5 and up, including after-school and summer camp programs. Transform your child's love for technology into an exciting learning adventure. Guided by their team of Code Senseis, Code Ninjas camps empower kids to gain valuable tech skills and make new friends. Visit their website at codeninjas.com to learn more and register for camp now. Welcome back to another episode of That Westfield Podcast. Today, we're joined by Brittany Bisset of the Bee's Cheese. What's up, Brittany?
Hey, Amanda. Thank you so much for having me. I am very excited to be here.
We're having too much fun already.
We've been having fun since the minute I walked in.
You have now discovered that you actually want to quit your business and become a newscaster because of the set.
Yes, or potentially act on a soap opera, but all of the above sound great.
We'll just get you some lights to make you feel special at home. It's very bright in here, right?
I would love that. Yeah. That's what I'm missing.
Your business is really cool, and because you get to eat it first and foremost.
Yes,
so who doesn't love cheese? Everybody. That's the thing that everyone says. I can never give up cheese. Like,
so true. So I have people that are like, my cholesterol is high. Just give me a quarter pound. And I'm like, I don't think that's how it works. But
have you ever said no to somebody?
No.
Just give them the cheese.
I just give them the cheese.
A drug addict.
No, sorry.
A drug seller. Yeah. That might be illegal one day. Who knows? Anyway,
sure.
So tell everybody about the Bee's Cheese, how it got started, why you love cheese so much, and all the good stuff.
No, of course. So I got started legally about a year ago. And I say that because I've always been into cheese. I've been making boards for friends and family, but the LLC was officially came to be in August of 2023. And the reason I love cheese is because, like everyone else, it's great, it's comforting, it doesn't talk back. And
it's a good slogan.
I was working in corporate finance, Manhattan, the 9 to 5, although kind of like 8 to 7, you went to happy hour, you went to Soul Cycle at 6 a.m., there was just like no time for yourself. And thanks to the pandemic, my husband and I got married at our house. We nixed all of our wedding plans.
Smart.
Yeah. Actually, we put air conditioning in our house with the money that we got back from the venue. So
it was very smart.
It worked out well. Yeah. I did have to grieve like not being a princess for the day, but air
we can still make that happen. Yeah, we eloped also because we didn't want to deal with any of that.
Right. So, yeah. And as like now that I go to weddings, I'm like, ooh, I think we dodged a bullet here. But I digress. So one of my best friends made me this grazing table charcuterie board before they were the hot thing on Instagram, and people were excited we got married. Everyone wanted to go to this table. Wow. This table was just the thing. Even my photographer was there, and she was about to leave. She asked, what else can I take a picture of? We were all in unison, the cheese.
That's so cool.
And I realized so many people like myself love cheese, are a little intimidated to join the cheese industry or don't have that background but want to learn more.
Right.
And I thought, if I'm in this boat, there have to be others. So that's when I launched my podcast called Curd is the Word.
I love it so much.
And basically I just break down fancy cheese for not so fancy people. And I made the it's not a bad mistake. Okay. However, I started promoting my podcast by having these DIY charcuterie board classes. Okay. People in the suburbs who love to entertain love these classes. For sure. And it kind of just took off. And from there, I met a cheese wholesaler. I was able to sell the cheese from my classes. I work out of a commercial kitchen.
Very cool.
And it's just kind of all snowballing from there.
Wow.
So taking it as it comes. Yeah.
I just love this so much. Do you have like a hashtag?
I really don't.
It should be cheese snob. I like that one.
Or like not the cheese snob, Not a cheese snob. I run into some cheese snobs, and that for me, I'm like I'm the bridge.
What's a cheese snob like? Like how can you be a snob about cheese? Or you're just like, it's not. You're just like, oh, I know a lot about cheese and I'm cool. Like, what is that?
It's more about, people, you don't understand how much work goes into this, or the soil. People alter the soil that the grass grows out of for the cows to eat to alter the taste of cheese. So people who get really into that, and I don't fully understand it. I don't need to.
No, most people don't need to.
So I think it's a little intimidating when people start talking about the chemical compounds of the soil, and you're like, I just like the blue cheese.
Have you seen Stanley Tucci's new show?
Or the Italy show.
And like they're making like the fresh mozzarella and like and just really like from the teat of the cow into his mouth in like a day.
It's
pretty cool.
And that's like how it quote unquote should be done.
Right.
Unfortunately, a lot of commercial cheese producers have kind of given that bad rap.
Right.
But there's so many American artisan cheesemakers, and obviously across the world as well, that are really trying to change the game.
All right. So what's your favorite cheese? Let's get into it.
Right now, I am obsessed with this cheese from upstate New York, kind of the Hudson Valley-ish area, a little closer to the Finger Lakes perhaps, called Nancy's Hudson Valley Camembert.
Okay.
And this is a bloomy rind cheese, not a brie technically. And it is just sweet. It's like melted vanilla bean ice cream, but also you're getting the fresh lactic yogurt taste. The outside is super creamy. The inside's a little drier, like
my mouth is watering.
Almost like a goat cheese crumble texture.
Interesting.
But because it all comes together, it's like a little yin and yang of cheese.
I feel like, so I don't eat a lot of dairy for like health stuff, but I feel like I would eat your cheese and just deal with it.
Yeah. I actually, a friend of mine who owns a cheese shop in Syracuse, I love to pick her brain, just get ideas. She sells these chocolate lactase pills at every farmer's market. They're on her counter at her shop, and they're $1 each, and they're called Happy Cow.
I believe it.
So
yeah.
I have just placed an order on Amazon.
Yeah. Most people are lactose intolerant, especially as we get older. We just don't make the lactase enzyme anymore, which people are like, ooh, I just take Lactaid, and it's fine once in a while, but like, don't take fistfuls of those, right? If you're gonna go to a cheese party, I think you do it for sure. I might be one of those people right now. So okay, so you're doing all these cool events because you're doing a lot of stuff. Like you're very busy. So tell people about the events, and then we'll get into the farmers market stuff and all that.
So with my corporate background, I find that I'm constantly thinking like multiple revenue streams. I can't just sell cheese. I can't just do this. I gotta have multiple things happening. Plus, for me as like a busy brain, I like the multiple things happening. Right. So my events, I generally do the DIY charcuterie board. You come in, I set it up like an old school Italian dinner, pass me the grapes, and together we taste through a couple different cheeses. I teach the salami rows. I fold it into quarters to make a little river. Cool. We fan fold whatever kind of prosciutto like meat is there. Nice. And on top of that, I've been teaming up with a lot of local breweries and distilleries and wineries to do these like beer and cheese, cider and cheese, wine and cheese pairing classes. And that's, you get a little bit more cheese and a flight of whatever beverage we're drinking. I also have going to be working with Tree City in Kenilworth in June to do a cocktails and cheese class. Cool. So, and then in that case, we just kind of have like a little snacks around, and we walk through each cheese and pairing, and then I do it at your house. I mean, I will go anywhere. Yeah, anywhere. You can do whatever kind of party you want.
Into the woods somewhere.
Into the woods, cheese party.
So you were just telling me actually your first event was actually with Paige at the Life here on Elm Street, and you're going back there next week?
April 18th.
April 18th. Okay, cool.
Another, Paige has a beautiful eye for style and home decor. She ordered these beautiful boards last time, knives, and we just ate a lot of cheese. We had a good time. We folded some salami roses, and I love going there. It's a nice place to be, and people who appreciate good food. For sure.
Yeah. So do people buy tickets to that? How does that work?
Yep. You can go on Paige's website, and there are tickets available to purchase. Cool.
And so for all your other events, tickets are on your Instagram or website. People can get to stuff in there.
Most of the tickets are on my website, but if they're not, I'll guide you on Instagram because they'll be on the other person's website. Yeah.
I heard you're going to be at the Scotch Plains Farmers Market. Yes. Is this true?
The rumors are true.
All the rumors you've been hearing all around town.
Scotch Plains Farmers Market now has a cheese person, and it is me. I'm very excited, actually. I was just going through my old emails, and I had emailed 2 years ago about how do I become a vendor at the Westfield Farmers Market. Not prepared at all. I kind of laughed at myself a little bit. But Scotch Plains, we're excited. I've got some Jersey cheeses. Cool. I just found a Jersey charcuterie guy. I also am working with a woodworker in New Jersey to get some branded actual physical cheese boards. His name is Nedley Turns Wood. Oh. We're at Bellworks together.
Well, oh, nice.
He's a really fun guy. So I'm excited for that. Cool. Different Jersey products and jams. And also I get to throw in a couple of my favorite things, not from Jersey.
When are you at Bellworks?
Bellworks, I'm there a couple, kind of every other Wednesday. Okay. I slow down a little in the summer, once a month, but for the most part, and all the dates of my farmers markets are on my website. Right. So
Bellworks is year-round for their farmers market?
They're March to November.
Cool. That's not bad. Very nice. Yeah. Oh my God. So many things going on.
So many things. And I find that my business model is if I like it, I try to buy it, and then I sell it.
Yeah. So what are the cool cheeses now? Does cheese have a life like that? Are there totally. Cheese trends?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell me about the cheese trends.
The one big trend right now is a creamery called Blakesville Creamery in Wisconsin. I happen to carry a couple of their goat cheeses from time to time. It's all women run, women owned. Nice. And the things they're doing with goat's milk is just mind blowing.
I love goat cheese.
So
that's
good.
really cool.
And now she's getting some sheep's milk in from local farms, and she's really working hard. Her name is Veronica. She's awesome. So Blakesville Creamery, very hot right now.
Shout out.
And then there's another creamery in Southeast Pennsylvania is having a moment. Right outside, like an hour outside of Philly. There's 3 different dairy farms there.
I love this.
I carry 2 of them. One is Valley Milk House. One is the Farm at Doe Run, who, by the way, just won first place Best in Show at the American Cheese Society conference in last year. So I'm excited to bring that out.
Very good with facts and figures
and
remembering.
I sell the cheese, so I have to be able to tell this to the people who want to buy it, or they're on the fence, and I'm like, guess what this one?
Right. Okay, I have some hard questions for you here.
Okay.
I get it. Hard cheese.
Well, that's good for lactose intolerant people.
It
is. Harder,
is.
the more aged, the
that
lactose
is very
disappears.
true. Right.
Yeah.
So like a nice hard Parmesan or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. A little aged Gouda.
A little Gouda. There was this place in Brooklyn that used to have like all these food trucks.
Like
everywhere. Yeah. No, it was like somewhere. I don't know, this was like 15 years ago, but this place had a grill. It was a grilled cheese food truck, and it was like Gouda, bacon, apple on like rye or some weird bread, and I still think about it 15 years later because
I would dream of that at night.
It was so good. Okay, so but you also were telling me about a vegan cheese that you have, which like if you're a cheese person, you're probably like
no
snooty about it.
Well, I'm not personally, but a lot of people are. In fact, there's like books about this where people are like, we need to call it vegan cheese product, or it should be called nut paste.
Nut paste.
And honestly, my general outlook, I was a vegan for a little bit after college, probably not for the right reasons, but I still gave it a go.
Okay.
And I just find that like, if you have beliefs or health or whatever you have going on, there's no reason you shouldn't have good food, and call it whatever you want.
Right.
I don't care.
Yeah.
If you're going to eat it, might as well enjoy it.
Totally.
So I am bringing on a company called Bandit.
Okay.
And they make some phenomenal vegan cheeses. And they don't really try to replicate a cheese. Mm-hmm. They just kind of do their own thing.
That's
and
great.
It's very good. So like they have this pimento log, and it's similar flavor like a nacho cheese. It's rolled into a nice log covered in like different nuts. You just slice a little bit off, spread it on sourdough. Mm-hmm. I eat that for breakfast like pretty often.
It sounds really good. Yeah, you didn't bring me any yet.
I know.
It's fine.
Yes,
it's
not
fine.
me.
Well, it's probably like cheese is safe in travel, I guess, right? It's like the way they pack it.
By tomorrow, they're sending me a new one.
Fair enough. I will definitely come pick that up for you. Yeah. So I'm really excited to try it. Yeah, because you miss stuff. Like, yeah, I can have, like I said, a piece of hard cheese once in a while, but like, yeah, even just like texturally, you just want to, like I said, spread it on something or just try something new. Because when you have dietary issues, you eat the same shit all the time.
Right.
And
it gets a little,
it's boring. So when you get to try something new and exciting, you're like, oh, and then you fall in love with it and you become obsessed with it, and then you eat that every day.
And then until you're sick of that, and then you go back to what you were eating in the first place.
And I'm like, what's next? Who has the next vegan cheese?
Yeah.
Because like vegan cheese in general is kind of terrible. Like we used to make a lot of
it used to be so much worse. I remember like years and years and years ago, it was like the Go Veggie shreds in the green bag.
Yeah.
Now it's like you can kind of find, I think vegan cream cheese tastes better than cream cheese.
The vegan cream cheese is pretty good. We like Kite Hill a lot. They like a ricotta.
Miyokonos.
Yeah, Miyokonos is really good too. So those are decent, but probably nowhere near with the stuff that you can find that you're finding people who do this all day, every day.
Yeah.
And it's not commercially
It's really
made.
Actually, I have a podcast episode coming out soon about 2 different vegan cheeses I've tried. One is like a pepper jack, and one is called Mount St. Helen, but it's softer, like porcini mushroom vibe kind of cheese. Yeah.
Oh, and do you have like a newsletter, like email list
that
goes out?
Okay. Yeah,
so people can like learn about cheese and all this. It's funny. It's like, even though I can't eat a lot of cheese, I kind of want to sign up for your podcast too and like learn stuff because I think it's interesting. So, and it's like, yeah, there's not much to do around here all the time. So when you can have an event in your house where people can come and like get educated, everyone, they have like jewelry parties or like weird stuff, but it's like, like giant cheese. Like who doesn't want to go to that, especially with wine, obviously. So
of course. And at the same time too, that's why I'm pushing this vegan cheese episode, because I'm doing it in the same format as all my other episodes where it's like food related events. I found a bunch of vegan food events that like have vegan cheese. So I'm starting off like, I don't want anyone to feel one way or the other because they don't eat cheese. Like this is still, to me, it's
cheese is for everyone.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Everyone should have a place.
Everyone should have
in
good
their
cheese.
Life, right?
Yeah, regardless of where it comes from, they should have some.
I love that. Do you have any like crazy stories, like things you've seen or like experienced, like at a party, or like someone ate too much cheese and like threw up, or people not act right with the cheese?
Well, I guess the one experience that I have every year that's pretty crazy is an event that I go to called the Monger Invitational.
Oh my God.
And I do not compete. I think I'm a little old for this, but that's okay. It's fun for like the, 20-something out there trying to make a name for themselves. But basically it's every cheesemaker, like, I don't know, maybe 50 of them all gather at like an arena in Brooklyn.
Okay.
And it is just like piles and piles of cheese. Like all you can eat. It smells.
Oh yeah, I bet.
And halfway through, these mongers who have been selected down to the top 10 or 16 or whatever compete on stage. And it's like, who can blind cut closest to a quarter pound? Who can plastic wrap the cheese fastest?
That's so funny.
They do like a trivia.
Wow.
It's really fun. People get so into it. Again, you were just eating cold cheese, hot cheese, like all different cheeses.
Jeez, that's
and
wild.
The best part, I just learned this year, is if you show up not on time, and you show up like halfway through, the cheesemakers don't want to take the cheese home with them. Oh. When I tell you I took home, one of the things I took home was a 14-pound wheel of like a blue cheese I love. Ooh. On top of everything else I took. I made my husband like grab the car. My friend and I were bringing our grocery totes out of the car, just taking all the cheese. Dude. It was like, like the grocery store game where you like throw all the stuff in the
supermarket
cart.
sweep. Yeah, yes. Dude.
Okay, it was literally that for cheese.
That's so funny.
And it happens every year. It's open to the public.
Wow.
It is just... It's a great time, but it is wacky.
That's a good story. That's not something you hear every day.
Yeah.
Cheesemongers.
Just fight. And I guess like for the couple days leading up to it, they do like the perfect pairing. They make a board and you can like check out everything they've done and get some ideas. And then you get to eat their creations, which is always fun.
Very cool. So what are the big plans for this year? Are you just trying to get more parties or is there anything on the horizon for you?
Yeah, well, I did like a huge events push in March, which was really good. Got my name out there, really partnered up with a lot of new places, which is cool. And I just kind of want to do it like I've got Bellworks, I've got Scotch Plains, and then just kind of have a party here and there, a private party, and then kind of just keep events going like once a week or twice a month or so, which has been really on the up and up.
Can people buy cheese on your website? Or
yes.
Okay.
Yep. I deliver all over New Jersey. Ooh. Just me, in my car.
I love it.
But you can also pick up from me. I keep a cooler outside.
Nice.
And yeah, you can buy it by quarter pound, half pound.
I love it. So you are the cheese guru around here. You are the person that knows all the cheese things. You're the person. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like you are.
Thank you. And I would love. I mean, I have two goals. One's attainable. One's a little not so much. Okay. But you know what?
Always.
I never thought I'd be here. So, the first one is I'd love to have a brick and mortar. Mm-hmm. I've started this very slow search of just kind of being very picky. I don't have a lease I need to worry about. So I'm just kind of like, I want something that feels right. Right. So hopefully that comes to fruition at some time within the next year or two.
Very nice.
And then my really long-term dream is I'd love to have a show on like the Travel Channel. Yes. Where like I go to different like dairy farms or countries and I sit down with like the cheesemaker and we taste through their cheeses and I just kind of make it like, like I do on my podcast, just approachable.
Right. Dude, let's do a pilot. You want to do a pilot? We'll record it for you.
I would love to. I met a guy at a NewJersey.com food festival who like films and does that. And I was thinking like, maybe I'll just ask him. But yeah, do it. No, I would love, I think that would be just kind of, and I already know people. I'd love to visit dairy farms.
That's really cool.
I worked on a dairy farm for a little bit in Princeton.
Wow.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
You're legit, dude.
I felt like I keep liking to I love to try different areas. I was like, cheese making, not for me, but had a blast doing it. And now I actually wholesale cheese from this farm. They just actually had their first baby cow. Oh,
you're so really
cute.
Cool. Definitely learned so much today. This is very informational. I know we could probably talk forever, but the camera only goes for 29 minutes and then it actually turns off from getting overheated. So we probably can't go much longer. Is there anything else you want to let anybody know about? Then we'll get into where people can find you. But everyone go see you at the Scotch Plains Farmers Market for sure.
Yeah, that would be awesome. You can actually
Saturdays,
order online
right?
and pick up from there too. I want to try and start that kind
that's
of
smart.
thing.
Okay, guys, do that. First go see her at the Life on April 18th. You said what time? You guys doing
7 to 9.
Okay, so nighttime stuff. All right, is it like BYO or no?
Refreshments up to you.
Paige will take care of stuff. All right, so you got that, and then when does the farmers market start?
Farmers market starts the first Saturday in May.
Okay, perfect.
8 to 1.
8 to 1 Saturday, Scotch Plains. Everybody knows where that's at downtown. And then if anyone wants to get in touch with you for a party, they could just reach out via your website or Instagram. Yep. And I think that's it, right?
That's pretty much everything.
Dude, you crushed it. Thank you so much. This was so much fun. I cannot wait.
Part 2.
Yeah, I know. Well, listen, we can we can swap next time. You can interview me or something.
Perfect.
I don't know anything about cheese, but I'm going to teach you about something else.
We'll do our vegan cheese taste test.
That would be awesome. I'm definitely up for that. You let me know when that comes in, and we'll record and maybe tack it onto this or something.
I love it.
Thank you so much.
No,
and
thank you.
yeah, I look forward to tasting some cheese. And guys, go see her at The Life with Paige Clough over there, and then hit up the farmer's market, and even Bell Works if you're in the area. Go check that out too. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks.
Bye,
Amanda.
guys.
Bye.